Hey, Revo, I remember when you came in the league, and listen, you came in as a buzzsaw, but was there any guy, we had Big Earn on a couple weeks ago, and he talked about fighting Ty Domi. Was there one guy you wanted to, I got to fight this guy, or a guy you were maybe a little bit intimidated when you first got in the show, or were you just like, bring it on, I'll fight anyone?
I mean, it's funny you say Big Earn because that was like that guy used to scare me.
Yeah.
He used to be like scary. So the thing that a lot of people don't know about me is I was never really an actual fighter. I only had a couple fights in junior. I came into the AHL and I was told you have to start fighting, so I started fighting. And then I learned I was kind of tough in the AHL, but I never I didn't fight a ton of like super heavyweights, and there were some back then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I came to NHL, and now I know I'm a little tough, but now there's like you have the toughest of the tough here because that was still kind of that day where you had the McIntyres and the Big Earn and all those guys. And so I remember Peros, the very first game, he asked me to fight my very first shift. I was like, yo, let me get a shift in quick here. And then, I ended up fighting Chip Chira, and my tie down comes off, and I get kicked out of the game, so I didn't have to fight him there. But as I progressed, I fought that Kyle Clifford.
Yeah.
I knocked him out, and then I started thinking, okay, maybe I'm a little tougher than I think. But then I fought Big Earn, and I wasn't looking for it, but we were down 2-rip in the game early, and I was like, okay, this is, I gotta fight him. Like, this is my job. And I remember, like, I'm not saying I won the fight, because, like, man, I got to the penalty box. I had like three, 4 golf balls on my forehead. I couldn't move my neck. But I just remember, like, I looked over at him, and he was leaking over his eyebrow, and he kind of looked at me like, who the fuck is this? Because I remember he was laughing during the fight. He, like, went to, bluff me, and I jumped back, and he started laughing. And I was like, you motherfucker, you're that cocky, huh?
He was
so
that cocky.
I caught him a couple hard, like, over his eyebrow, and I remember I don't think he played for a couple of weeks after that. I think I conkied him. But he was like who I was scared to fight because he was in Nashville. He played him a ton. And he was also who, when I fought him, I realized I was a little tougher than I thought.